Hi guys, and welcome back to yet another Tom Talks. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And today we are going to be talking about the Brit Award nominations, which I believe was the first video we did on this channel. So, bit of a throwback there. But yeah, let's go straight into it. The nominations for the 2022 Brit Awards, starting with Album of the Year. The nominees are Adele's 30, Dave's We're All Alone in This Together, Ed Sheeran's Equals, Little Sim's Sometimes I Might Be Introvert, and Sam Fender's 17 Going Under. I mean, if you know me, you know I'm going to be going for that Dave album. I have a lot of love and a lot of enjoyment with that album. Probably one of my favourite albums of all time, maybe, at this moment in time. Of course, opinions can change. But I absolutely adore that album. But also that Little Sims album, which is fantastic, is on there as well. A lot of love for that album too. Sam Fender's on there. That's cool. Sam Fender has been making some pretty good music this year, so I'm quite happy to see that there. Adele's on there. I'm not surprised. But the new Adele album, it was decent. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't one of the best albums of the year, but it was pretty good. And that new Ed Sheeran's on there. Again, I'm not surprised. I thought the new Ed Sheeran was kind of but I'm not too surprised. And Dave's won it in the past, so maybe he'll win it this time. Who knows? Who knows? But some decent albums on there. So it's a much better than the Grammys best album list. I can say that at least. Artist of the Year, which is, of course, a new category, used to be gendered, but obviously there was some stuff with Sam Smith saying they couldn't be nominated because they don't identify as a man, so it makes sense, I think. I think gendered categories in music are a bit defunct, really, anyway. The nominees are Adele, again, she's had a pretty good year, Dave, Ed Sheeran, Little Sims, and Sam Fender. So basically, the Album of the Year nominees. I'd be happy for Dave or Little Sims to win it. To be honest, I think they're the most talented and deserving artists. I think Little Sims is also like, not only has she made a good album, but the singles were great as well, and like the production and the music videos, everything about that album rollout was great. So I'd be happy to see her win. I'd be happy to see Dave win. Again, Ed Sheeran, not been totally in love with his stuff this year. Adele's done her thing, Sam Fender's done his thing, but for me, one of those two deserving. Group of the Year, the nominees are Coldplay, D Block Europe, Little Mix, London Grammar, and Wolf Alice. I'd probably go for London Grammar on this one. I will be posting a little mini review as part of my album year roundup at some point. The new London Grammar album was decent. It didn't blow me away or anything, but I did like the sort of change of production style, and it was pretty good overall. Coldplay had some good stuff this year again, but it didn't sound like Coldplay. DBE, as you would have seen on my last video, I am kind of indifferent to them. They make good stuff, they make bad stuff. Little Mix, I liked some of the stuff on the last album, but that was last year's Brit Awards. This year, there's nothing really interested me too much. And Wolf Alice, I've not really got to grips with Wolf Alice's new stuff yet. I've liked some of it, which is weird because I used to really not like their music. But, you know, they're cool. There's nobody on that list that sort of blows me away, really. It would have been cool to maybe see like an Idols on there or something like that, but it is what it is. Song of the Year. Oh, there's a lot on here. So we got A1 and J1 with Latest Trends, which enjoyable little poppy rap song. Adele's Easy on Me. I have a weird relationship with this song. I think I like it, but also I kind of don't. The sort of go, ee, that bit, I don't like that. And I don't think it's Adele's best song, to be honest, but it's been a big hit. Anne-Marie, KSI, Digital Farm Animals with Don't Play. Decent little pop dance, pop garagey type track. It's cool. It's a nice vibe. Becky Hill and David Guetta with Remember. Fun vibe on that one too. Central C's Obsessed with You. A short but sweet little pop rap, pop drill kind of track. Pop drill, is that even a genre? Dave and Stormzy's Clash was a solid collab. I thought both of those guys did their thing on that. Ed Sheeran's Bad Habits, I can't stand that song. Elton John and Dua Lipa's Cold Heart. I thought that was a pretty cool collab. I like the vibe of it. I like the production. I think it was a really cool track. Glass Animals with Heat Waves. I don't love Heat Waves personally, but Glass Animals are talented, and I'm glad to see them on here. Joel Corey, Ray, and David Guetta with Bed was a decent dance pop hit. KSI's Holiday. This song wasn't for me. It wasn't bad, but nah, it's not for me. KSI doing ballads, not my vibe. Nathan Evans, 220 Kid, and Billy and Ted with Wellerman. Oh yeah, that sea shanty song. Yeah, this wasn't my kind of thing either, to be honest, but it did well, so guess it's here. Rita and Nightcrawlers featuring me, Faster and Hyper with Friday. This was a shameful travesty on the original Push the Feeling On by Nightcrawlers. I don't know why he agreed to this. This song was kind of trash, and I think it was a terrible remake of a once great dance hit, and it's kind of sad. Tion Wayne and Russ Millions with Body. Yeah, this was a big hit, and it's a very good track, especially the remix. And Tom Grennan with A Little Bit of Love. I do like Tom Grennan overall, but I just didn't really vibe with this song. I just found it a bit eh. But overall, I'm probably going to go with the Dave song or the Tion Wayne and Russ Millions song, to be honest. Those are the tracks that sort of I've probably stand out to me the most. A lot of the tracks on here are decent, but nothing special. As long as it doesn't go to that Weatherman or that Friday remake, I'd be fine overall. It'd be cool for some of the other artists to win, but for me, the two tracks that I mentioned definitely should get it, and the two tracks I mentioned that I think should get it are my go-tos. And more new awards. So we've now got genre awards, starting with Best Pop and R&B. We got Adele, Dua Lipa, Ed Sheeran, Griff, and Joy Crooks. I could probably see Adele winning this, to be honest. Dua Lipa, her sort of deluxe edition of her album had some decent stuff, but there's nothing on there that really caught my attention. Griff has got some decent stuff. I'm not in love with her. Joy Crooks, I do like Joy Crooks. She's got some very cool material. Skin was a solid album. I'd like to see Joy Crooks win. I think that would be cool, but it's probably going to be Adele, isn't it? I think we all know it's going to be Adele. Best Dance Act, another one of the new genre awards. We got Becky Hill, Calvin Harris, Fred again, Joel Corey, and Ray. Becky Hill continues to release bangers. Calvin Harris, I mean, he did the one Calvin Harris song, and he did the other. I think he's more been known recently for his Love Regenerator stuff, although I don't imagine that's why he's been nominated. Fred again, I like Fred again. He makes some cool stuff. That song with the Blessed Madonna he did was really cool, and he's been releasing lots of great tracks. I'm quite surprised because he's not really had a big charting hit. Joel Corey, no surprise, the guy makes decent little pop dance tracks, and Ray's on here, which is cool. She's a good vocalist, and she does a thing on these tracks. I'd like to see Fred again win it, to be honest. I think that would be really cool. Who will win it? Probably Becky Hill, or Joel Corey. One of those two. I mean, Joel Corey would be the sort of obvious choice, but if Fred, I'd like to see Fred again win it. Best New Artist. The nominees are Central C, Griff, Joy Crooks, Little Sims, and Self Esteem. Little Sims is definitely not a new artist. It's probably because she had her breakthrough album, but she's definitely not a new artist. Central C has had a massive year, so I'm happy to see him here. Griff, again, and Joy Crooks. I've said what I've said about them, and Self-Esteem is on it. I'm buzzing about that. Her album charted, I guess, but I don't think she's that well known in the industry, except for the song I Do This All the Time, which is a fantastic track talking about mental health and anxiety, and the rest of that album is fantastic. Little Sims is not a new artist for me, so personally I would love to see Self-Esteem win this award, but I can imagine it going to maybe like Central C or Little Sims or something like that, although I don't think Little Sims is a new artist. But the Brit Awards has done this before. I think Skepta got new artist in 2014 or 2015. It's like, the guy's been out for ages, he's not a new artist, but yeah, this is a good selection. Best Rock Alternative Artist, we got Coldplay, Glass Animals, Sam Fender, Tom Grennan, and Wolf Alice. I'd give this to Sam Fender. I like his music the most. Wolf Alice, I think that would be nice for them to win. Tom Grennan, I don't love his music, but I'd be cool to see him win a Brit Award. Coldplay, nobody on this list has really made music that I've loved. Glass Animals, his album was okay. Coldplay stuff was okay. It's all okay. But I'd like to see Sam Fender win that one, but they give Coldplay a lot of awards, don't they? Best Hip Hop Grime Rap Act. Okay. The nominees are AJ Tracey, Central C, Dave, Getz and Little Sims. Again, it's probably going to go to Dave or Little Sims. AJ Tracey, I've not really been in love with his new stuff. Central C, it'd be cool to... And Getz getting nominated for a Brit Award is cool. I'm happy to see Getz get nominated for a Brit Award, but I think it's going to go to Dave or Little Sims, and I think that's fair enough. International Artist of the Year now, we got Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, Lil Nas X, Olivia Rodrigo, and Taylor Swift. Billie Eilish's new album was great, really enjoyed that. Doja Cat's music has improved a bit. Lil Nas X has made some decent stuff. Olivia Rodrigo has made some decent stuff. And Taylor Swift, it's mainly been about her re-releases, I guess. So, should she really be on it? I don't know. I would probably like to see Billie Eilish win it. Who will win it? Maybe Olivia Rodrigo, maybe Lil Nas. I think Billie's new album hasn't quite made the waves her first one did, but I really like it personally, so I'd like to see her win. International Group of the Year. We have ABBA, BTS, Maneskin, Silk Sonic, and The War on Drugs. I'm probably going to go with Silk Sonic on this one. I quite enjoyed their album. The War on Drugs, I think I forgot The War on Drugs who released new music. I need to get on that. ABBA, I wasn't in love with the new stuff, but I've never really been massive on ABBA. BTS, some of their tracks have been pretty terrible this year. I'm not going to lie, they've took a bit of a dip in quality, in my opinion. And Maneskin, they're cool. They've done some decent stuff, but yeah, for me, Silk Sonic has to win. It's probably going to go to ABBA, though, isn't it? Best International Song, we have ATB, Topic and A7S with Your Love 9pm. That there is how you do a remake of a classic dance track, Rita and Nightcrawlers. You've been shown how to do it. Billie Eilish with Happier Than Ever, one of the best pop songs of the year, that guitar instrumental bit. Whew, very nice. CK featuring Joe Boy and Kwame Eugene with Love Nawanti remix. Got to give it its full title. Yeah, I'm not really in love with that track, but I'm kind of happy to see like an Afrobeat song its way into the mainstream. Hopefully it will help a lot of other Afrobeats artists cross over in this country. Doja Cat and SZA with Kiss Me For, a sort of silky, gumball, sweet poppy track. It's pretty cool. Drake featuring Lil Baby with Girls Want Girls. Oh god, this song. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this song. Drake saying he's a lesbian is weird because he identifies as a man. And just Drake doesn't sound very good on this song at all. Lil Baby sounds alright, but it's sort of a weird contrast between Drake sort of like lethargic sort of yeah. So yeah, I don't like that track. Galantis, David Guetta, Little Mix with Heartbreak Anthem. Pretty average, solid little dance pop number. Jonassi with Black Magic. I like that. I thought that was a sort of club vibe. Enjoyed that. The Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber with Star. I actually really like this song. It's very catchy. It's very good. Lil Nas X with Montero, Call Me By Your Name. I do enjoy this track, and I think it was a big moment for the gay community, and I think it's probably helped there a lot. Lil TJ and Black with Calling My Phone. Decent little R&B number. Maneskin with I Wanna Be Your Slave. I thought this was cool. It was nice to see some rock music back in the charts. Olivia Rodrigo's Good For You. A Paramore ripoff, but a decent Paramore ripoff. She hasn't credited them since, though, so it's all good. Polo G's Rap Star. Solid little trap pop rap effort from him. Tiesto's The Business, solid EDM hit, and The Weeknd with Save Your Tears. Very good Weeknd song. Overall, I'm probably going to go with Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. That's probably my standout track on this list. I'd be happy also to see The Weeknd win it, Maneskin, Lil Nas, Jonasu, Kid Laroi, Justin Bieber. And probably that Your Love 9 PM track too. As long as it doesn't go to the Drake song though. That song is bloody terrible. So don't give it that one. And of course we have the Rising Star Award, which went to Holly Humberstone. I've checked out a few of her tracks. She's decent. She's got some decent tracks. The other nominees were Brit Runway, which I think is cool to see her get some recognition. Hopefully that will take her to the next stage of her career. And Lola Young, who sang that John Lewis song. It didn't really catch my attention too much, but hey ho. So that's the Brit Award nominations. Overall, I think it's decent. I'm happy to see some artists like Self-Esteem and Gets and Little Sims get the recognition they deserve, and Dave as well. I think the best song categories are a bit generic, but I guess they have to be because they have to be popular songs. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the nominations. So yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. If you've got any thoughts, leave them in the comments. And yeah, until next time, this has been another TomTalks.